up with a film by Stuart. Dan.
Simon.
The narrative.
Our film is set in Watford Reservoir, and it's based around the idea of gang. And basically, we see the protagonist, which is Stuart, being set up by an unknown source to deliver a gun to the antagonist, which is Simon, and his gang members. And it involves a lot of tracking shots trying to show leading up to the event, which is when the title signatures kick in. It's just before he's about to transfer the gun to the gang members.
We'll use Jamie from our school. We have chosen Jamie because he has previous acting experience being in various school plays throughout the years, starting in Year 7 to Year 11, such as plays such as Les Miserables. Therefore, Jay will be able to stay composed in front of the camera and might be able to point out faults in our acting styles who are not as good at acting. With his composure, it will add to the thriller conventions we have added, because him being in various school plays, he will have worked with various drama teachers and drama people, so therefore he'll be able to point out in different directions. Simon is involved in our film as the main gang member. The reason he is playing this role is because in front of the camera he is able to switch roles into a gritty UK gang member. He has good body movements to suit the role of the hardcore gang leader, as he can easily switch on different movements. Stuart has a large role to play in the film. This is me. The reason we have chosen me is because in previous years I've shown my enthusiasm in drama, picking it ahead of music and I can't remember what else. In drama, therefore acting, I'll consistently try my hardest to act in the role I've been given, and I'll continuously try new and interesting techniques to add to the film so we can try different various conventions. Crew.
The cast is me, Stuart, Sean and Jamie, who are acting in it, and then us three agents in it obviously, and then Dan is the main lead doing all the filming, and then the shots that we're not in will be like the 360 at the start, me and Stuart can film. So we've all played a part in filming it, and we'll get help from the drama department because we'll have to borrow props, like the BB get like a fake gun, and then family members like Stuart and Dan will obviously give them lifts to Welford to film.
Costumes we'll be using. Jamie will be wearing a black hoodie, grey and white shoes. Simon's wearing completely black, and Sean's wearing black with grey shoes.
The reason I'm in all dark is to so I don't stand out, so I just look like the sort of person that wants to hide his personality. That gives the impression that I've done something wrong, don't want to stand out. So the conventions, it's like mysterious. And then Sean's wearing a hat again to show that he's hiding something. And then he's in all black to show that he's in like a dark character, shows how he's a bad person, maybe there for the wrong reason. And Jamie's in slightly lighter clothing, similar sort of thing, but shows that he's maybe a nicer character on the inside, but he's there for some kind of wrong reasoning, and he has to be there, he's forced.
We've also added Nichols' theory into ours, because Simon is in all black. He is therefore, we have set him as a main gang member, and because he's in all black, it almost shows though he has more power over Jamie and Sean, who are both wearing darker colours, but they also have white aspects, such as Jamie's white shoes and his light coloured trousers, and Sean's light shoes. So therefore, on camera, we'll see Simon as completely all black, having the power over the two less evil characters, which fits into Nichols' theory. We will film ours. We're going to film our thing in Welford Reservoir. The reason we've chosen this is because it shows various threat conventions, such as it has many leaves, so we can have rustling of leaves, which is a convention. We can have running water. If we do it in the right time of day, we can have various shadows and different effects, which adds to the threat convention. And such as that valley, we added that in because it will have great effects of isolation and loneliness.
With the script, we haven't really got much dialogue in our script, so it's mainly just the stage selections and the shots. And then the non-diegetic sound and diegetic sound.
And these are various stage conventions that we've got.
And these are the only 3 lines we actually have in the filler. And that, because there's not much dialogue, it creates an element of tension could also be conventional fillers.
Yeah, because we don't have much dialogue, we've tried to put in a lot of isolation and one-on-one camera action we've tried to portray our story through camera work and acting instead of various speech.
It's just the shot list is just simple, really. It's not really.
Yeah, we've used a variety of shots to show that we are good with camera work and that we've like tried to incorporate different cameras so we can have different effects in our film, such as we'll have 360 to gauge the surrounding area. We'll have things such as eye level point of view shots so that you can tell who they're completely looking at. We'll have follow shots and tracking shots so we can actually get the sense of that it's actually someone walking behind them, tracking them in there. We'll also have a bird's eye view. We're going to have that high up over so we can actually get another gauge and surrounding. We're going to try have worm's eye shots so we can actually on Simon so we can actually tell that he is a powerful character.
The shooting schedule, we're going to hopefully try and get it all done on Saturday, 3rd of November. But obviously if it isn't, we can always go to the day after, or if the weather's bad, we can go to the week after that. And there's some of the shots.
Yeah, we've got how long each scene's going to last.
And where that's going to be in the box that we need to use, such as the mobile phone and the baby gun.
That's the shooting schedule continued with how long each scene's going to last.
Projection schedule, most of the stuff, well, some of the stuff we need we can actually get on the day, such as mobile phones, a lot of people bring them with them. But then things such as the BB gun and the silver chain, we're going to need to get, say, a week before from the shop or something, or some things from the drama studio as well.
We've also got how each one's going to be used so we can, before we know how like the gun movements, you know, how he's going to hold it, what the actual gun shows. It's more than just a gun, it shows fear and power and like envy in my hands. We've also got various other pods. Yeah.
Well, these are the actual props. We have the BB gun, and this has been chosen as typical prop in the thriller genre. Conforms to the conventions such as fear, death, and entrapment, and also plays on with the narrative of our gang members. And this is also goes to audience research. So the majority of people said they prefer thriller movie with an element of action or violence, hence the gun being.
The questionnaire we did upload, we actually uploaded it to SurveyMonkey and got over 35 answers, so that 80% is incorporated in the survey we did on the film.
Same really with Silver Chain, it's, as Stuart said earlier, it's Simon has got like an element of power over everyone else, because he's the only one wearing the Silver Chain. And it conforms, and it's got one dominant male force amongst all the others, and that's typical to thriller narratives. Mobile phone, that could show something from innocence of Stuart, as he doesn't really know what he's doing, he's looking for help from other people.
When he's walking as well, there's a close-up of the phone that shows he's texting me, his character's texting my character saying that it's a simple close-up like bird's eye view of his phone. The text to me saying that he's done it, I've done it.
It didn't say done what, because with this we want to add a sense of mystery about our film so we don't know straight away what he's actually talking about.
And then the cigarettes, they're not used very often in our film, but they're only smoked by the two sort of henchmen of Simon. And we need to take note of how far down it's been smoked for each scene so we can keep it the same consistently throughout the film. And they're good for the narrative, as gang members usually associate with these types of items and objects, and it ties in with the gun with a sense of entrapment, as the antagonists are almost engulfed in this situation.
Major thriller conventions that we've included in the running water of the reservoir, which will be shown in the 360 at the start, and we show the surrounding area. The victim seems a mystery until the end, through like the way the characters are portrayed. And then the voyeurism is there's loads of tracking shots of Stuart as he's approaching the gang. We're trying to do it on a sort of dull day and trying to include shadows, but it's going to be hard if obviously the weather changes. Not how we want it to.
Yeah, so if we can't include shadows on that day, we'll just go in a week later and we'll film a particular bit. That's the good thing about with filming it all in different various shots we've got specified. We can start editing it, and if we need to edit a particular bit, we can just go straight to work with Reservoir. We can locate which scene we need to do a bit of, and then we can incorporate shadows into the film, like that. we've also had shortlist. We had previous ideas before we got to the original gang member scene. There was the original previous idea, which this was originally planned to have. It's the same cast and same actors, but in this, instead of me harbouring a gun, I wanted to buy Class A drugs off the gang, and the gang would then mock me for being a little rich boy, and they wouldn't. I would still have the phone call. I'd phone to pick up the drugs for someone, which has still got a sense of mystery. You'd still have the phone call. We wouldn't know who. But the gang wouldn't want to immediately give me the drugs until one of Simon's henchmen, Jamie, pointed out that the police were actually coming, and then the mocking would turn to facial expressions, and then we would end it with the policemen shouting "Oi" at us, and we'd all turn around with facial expressions. Idea 2, we originated this again. Is we'd have the same start, but then when Jamie said that the policeman was coming, Simon would say, "Fine, you want the package?" He'd hand over all of the Class A drugs and also a gun as well. And from this, we'd put in the policeman, because they'd run away, and we'd have a close-up of me holding the gun, being all worried, and from this, we'd have the policeman actually chasing us, and this would lead to a chase, and it would we'd have thriller conventions such as isolation, because part of the reservoir, there's bars on a window, and we'd end it with me holding the bars of the reservoir. And then from that, we've got what we're filming now.
The reason we didn't do them is we ended up doing a storyboard from and found out to be way over 2 minutes long, and so we cut it down.
This is our storyboard.
Our storyboard. It starts with the 360 of the surrounding area. We'll then have various close-ups, and then from the close-ups we'll have me walking along the reservoir, and we'll then in various different camera angles to get different sense of the film. We'll then show the text, and then we'll show me sliding the phone back in my pocket and looking worried. From there, we'll have me approaching the gang members. You'll have an over-the-shoulder shot of me, and you can see the gang members in the distance. And then we'll have diegetic sound of the music. We'll have undiegetic sound. Then we'll find some horror music or find some thriller music to build up the tension. As we make that transfer, we'll have diegetic music of the phones of the gang members, and then you'll show me handing over the gun, and then you'll have Simon walking up to me, and then that's the gun transfer. And the different shots we're going to have in from the scenes 1 to 5, we're going to have fade-in shots, because this represents the actual setup of the film, and we will then be able to introduce the names, but we'll flash the names in order of who's on the screen the most. And this is so we can see who's in the film, and it is mostly to develop an understanding of familiarity, something like that. I can't say the word, between the characters, and we will then slowly fade out the names one by one to add a sense of them being picked off one by one in isolation, and this challenges through information such as isolation and mystery. And we'll have the name of the actual film industry, Guildford Production. This is so the audience has a developed opinion on who the film industry is about.